climate change news. 10 now dead in massive Northern California wildfire. There is the unnerving prospect the death toll would climb as researchers look for 16 missing people. 16 missing people. The terrible toll of California's wildfires become more evident as a mother confirmed her 16-year-old son was among those killed when an inferno tore through several hamlets in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada this week. Jessica Williams, who earlier pleaded for her missing son Josiah to call her, told CBS 13 Sacramento that the DNA confirmed the teen's death. Oh, my God. He was alone, terrified, and ran for his life. My son was a good, smart, caring young boy that died alone, and it kills me thinking about what he was going through. The TV station reported Friday. It was not immediately clear if the teen was counted among the 10 wildfire deaths or 16 missing persons reported so far by local authorities. The North Complex fire near the small city of Oroville that exploded in wind-driven flames earlier in this week was advanced more slowly Friday after the winds eased and smoke from the blaze shaded the area and lowered the temperature, allowing firefighters to make progress, authorities said. However, the smoke made for poor visibility and fire helicopters couldn't fly Thursday. Throughout the state, red flag warnings of extreme fire danger because of hot, dry weather or gusty winds were lifted. More than 2,000 homes and other buildings burned in the fire. That's the Creek Fire. Or is that the Butte Fire? I don't know which one it is. There's so many fires going on. Or is that the Complex Fire? Jesus, I'm confused. Which began several weeks ago. Oh, I guess it's the Complex Fire. As lightning sparked collection of blazes 125 miles northeast of San Francisco, the final toll is expected to be much higher. Yeah. Just everywhere. I'm currently breathing in just massive smoke right now. I mean, the smoke is just absolutely wall to wall where I'm at. It's thicker than it was yesterday. And moving on, more fire news. These are the towns destroyed by the West Coast wildfires. As dozens of wildfires tear through California, Oregon, and Washington, the death toll continues to climb. Here are the towns that have been destroyed by the fires this week. Berry Creek, California. Malden, Washington. You can see pictures here. Several towns in Oregon. Phoenix, Talent, Detroit, and Blue River. Yeah, I'm just showing you some of the pictures. This is video from the fire that ravaged Detroit, Oregon. He didn't want us to share his name, but you can hear the pain in his voice describing his family's loss.
One shed survived up here at my parents' place. Everything else completely fucking gone. The shed I built, gone. Trailer, gone. House, everything completely leveled. The house by them, leveled. Jim's place, good. AJ and their place, good. Dad's workshop, destroyed. All the hard work that my parents put into this place, gone. Effing gone.
Anyways, craziness. And then lastly, I wanted to cover this article, guys, before I sign off. Yes, Andy will be back. I'm not sending Andy to the cornfield. Okay. Andy the gardener, you're welcome back. I disagree with you strongly on the 9/11, and I don't think you're sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm not blocking Andy the gardener. Okay. Yes, it's back to normal, guys. I'm not blocking Andy the gardener. Um. So, yeah, once in a while my mic gets real loud. Yeah, it's down now. Thank you for the yes, Poppy Davis. It is okay to disagree. It is okay to disagree. Andy is okay. Never blocked. 300 seconds only. He was on a timeout, but it's fine. I just I just don't believe that having a degree or having some kind of like standing quote unquote makes you correct in what you're saying. Andy the gardener, good, and you are still wrong. Yeah, well, we'll see. Lastly, I want to cover this article that I wanted to cover yesterday, but I didn't have time. Yet another study laying out what humans are doing to the planet and to the other species on this planet. Human activity has wiped out 2/3 of the world's wildlife since 1970. Landmark report says. And this is coming on the heels of other reports basically stating the same thing. In the last 2 years, I've covered many of these articles and reports that are chronicling the destruction of humans. The world's wildlife populations have fallen by an average of 68% in just over 4 decades. So this is undeniable. These are facts, right? This is not, nobody's making this up. This is not a conspiracy. This is not a conspiracy to, this right here is not a conspiracy by the powers that be. This is, the conspiracy is to destroy nature, yes, and let you know that everything is fine. And that conspiracy has been, quite effective. In just over 4 decades, with human consumption behind the devastating decline, the World Wildlife Fund warned in a new report released Wednesday. The Living Planet Report 2020 assessed the population decline seen in more than 4,392 monitored species of mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians between 1970 and 2016. Wildlife population sizes are in decline. Using the data from 20,811 populations of 4,392 species, the World Wildlife Fund's index shows an average of 68% decline in monitored populations between 1970 and 2016. Are we concerned yet? Are we upset yet? Are we willing to do anything substantial yet? Are we willing to change how we live yet? Since we're down to 30% of wildlife populations on the planet. The report says that the kinds of steep wildlife population decreases the Earth has seen in recent decades have not been seen for millions of years. The regions of Latin America and the Caribbean are the world's worst affected areas, with an average drop of, guys, get this, 94%. 94%. The conversion of grassland, savanna, forest, and wetland habitats, the overexploitation of wildlife, the introduction of non-native species, and climate change are the key drivers of the drop. So basically, humans, and humans. Latin America and Caribbean, worst hit region. So somebody tell me that this is, the climate is always changing. Somebody tell me that, wildlife populations are always dying. This is just the cycle of life and death. Somebody let me know that this is what's happening. or this is due to undersea volcanoes, or polar shift, or grand solar. Somebody let me know that this is anything other than humans, and I will calmly tell you that you are ridiculous. But look at this. Look at this. This is eye-popping. 94% Latin America and the Caribbean, 65% Africa, 45% Asia Pacific, 33% North America. Well, you know, we've been here for a while and we decimated all the wildlife already, right? So it's only 33% because by 1970 we had taken over the entire continent. And we, domesticated everything and killed off all the wild species already by 1970. So there wasn't much left to kill. But what was left to kill, we killed 33% of. Europe and Central Asia, same story, right? They already killed off all the wildlife and all, this is already overrun by humans and by industry and by industrialized society, right? So there wasn't much left to kill. Humans have significantly altered a staggering 75% of the planet's ice-free land surface, the authors say. Hold on one second. I want to make sure that you guys are seeing this. Yes, you are. And according to WWF, ecosystem destruction now threatens some 1 million species, 500,000 animals and plants, and 500,000 insects, with extinction in the coming decades and centuries, if we even have another century. Let's be honest about this part here. In the coming decades, or in the coming few decades, or decade or two, human activity has fueled the decline in species, the report found. But while the report finds that nature is being destroyed by us at a rate unprecedented in history, experts say the declining trends can be halted and even reversed with urgent action such as transforming how we produce and consume food, tackling climate change, and conserving nature. Well, let's get to it, shall we? In an unraveling of nature, experts say that freshwater biodiversity is declining fastest, with data showing that 85% of global wetlands have been lost since the Industrial Revolution. The populations of freshwater mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, and fishes monitored have fallen by an average of 4% each year since 1970, the report found. The most dramatic decline was in freshwater. Rebecca Shaw, chief scientist at WWF, explained, "You begin to see a picture of an unraveling of nature. That is alarming, and I think alarming even by our own measures of alarming. We really thought with the efforts that were going on that we would see a change in the direction, but nope. The destruction continues apace." Because why? Because we're not doing nearly enough. What we're doing is infinitesimal in contrast to the destruction that we're wreaking upon the planet. But still, we're seeing very distinct declines in freshwater ecosystems, largely because of the way we dam rivers and also because of the use of freshwater resources for producing food to feed a growing population of people worldwide. Golly, yeah. The growing population of people worldwide, that's not a threat to the planet. Not at all. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Humanity is the cause. Researchers say that human activity is the main driver of population decline. As you know, or here's another very simple thing to think about. Human population goes up, animal population goes down. Do you think that's related? What do you think would happen if human population went down? Do you think animal population would go up? Well, in the no-go zone outside of Chernobyl, animal population thriving. Animal population going way up. Why? Human population away. Gone away. To feed and or fuel our 21st century lifestyles, we are overusing the Earth's biocapacity by at least 56%. The report authors noted. Shaw told CNN that population decline is indicative of the planet's ability to support life. We often focus on species that are in big trouble or at the edge of extinction, but by the time the species get there, it is no longer serving its ecological function, Shaw explained. The main driver of species decline is the habitat destruction that comes from agriculture, expanding agriculture production to produce food, Shaw told CNN. Wow. Well, we need all this food to feed a growing population. But, overpopulation it's not a problem. It's only something that those eco-fascists, those eugenicists bring up. Right? The WWF warns that this biodiversity loss threatens the world's food security. Experts say, so get this, right? So we're destroying habitat to grow food. But by destroying the habitat and destroying the biodiversity, we're going to threaten our food security, right? So right now we're making sure that we have enough food to feed all the people on the planet. But by making sure we have enough food to feed all the people on the planet, we're destroying the eventual ability to produce the food we need to feed all the people on the planet, right? Got that? Is that clear? What are we going to do? Experts say that while climate change is not yet the biggest cause of biodiversity loss, in the coming years, climate change will become a key driver of species decline unless world leaders take action. Habitat destruction could mean more pandemics. But of course, scientists also warned that further destruction of the planet would spell disaster for humans. Golly, tell me more. This report reminds us that we destroy the planet at our peril because it is our home. It makes perfect sense to me as humanity's footprint expands into once wild places. We're devastating species populations, but we're also exacerbating climate change and increasing the risk of zoonotic diseases like COVID-19. WWF U.S. President and CEO Carter Roberts said in a statement. Zoonotic diseases are ones that jump from animals to humans. And in conclusion, we are destroying rainforests to convert the land to cropland to feed a growing planet and the growing demand for food in general and animal protein in particular, Shaw said. In the process of deforestation and forest fragmentation for food production, we are opening up more and more tropical forests to the poaching of its animals for sale in worldwide market. And with this, we are exposing ourselves to a dizzying array of new diseases, she added. The longer the wildlife stay in supply chains with other humans and people, the greater the risk of spillover of a wildlife disease to humans. We are playing Russian roulette with the threat of pandemics, and in the end, we will lose big. And COVID-19 is only the beginning. Dun, dun, dun. Hey guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and you can support the channel at the links below, PayPal, Patreon, Square. Also, if you'd like to watch the live streams, you can watch the live streams on my Patreon channel. You can subscribe for as little as $1. So hopefully I will see you over there, and thanks so much.